Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sky Games. Beautiful evening in Central Nevada. Beautiful evening. And we are going to prep the airplane. We're going to pre-flight the airplane, and we're going to take her out for a flight. But first of all, I have a short video clip that I want to share with you guys. Now, let me explain the scene that you're seeing unfolding right in front of your eyes. Most airplanes, when they come in to land, pull the power and land. Very simple. But this airplane decided to do things a little bit differently. The airplane comes in, comes back in with some power, floats all the way to the other end of the runway before touching down. Now, an airplane needs to be at a relatively slow airspeed in order to land. Floating is a phenomenon where you have too much airspeed, and it's almost impossible to allow the airplane to settle down onto the ground. AKA, if you've got power in it, you're probably not going to be landing. Now, I can already hear the people in the comments saying, but Lynn, he shouldn't do that. He should pull the power and land the airplane like the normal human pilot that he's not. I couldn't agree with you more. But let me introduce you to some cold, hard reality. And it's this. He is doing that. And there's really not much we can do about it except sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now at this point, you can hear the GPWS, also known as the Ground Proximity Warning System, being activated on this airplane.
Pull up! 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 Pull up!
Now, to be fair, this guy did come in and do a beautiful landing. So he made it safely on the ground, and say what you want, but this is an excellent example of someone facing their fears, blasting through the obstacles, and reaching the prize on the other side. Now I need to put in some smoke oil. Because seriously, we can't go flying without smoke.
Of course not. Yep.
Veterinary grade mineral oil. Going flying without smoke is like having mac and cheese without the cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, we've pre-flighted the airplane, we've checked the gas, we've checked the oil, we've made sure all the components are bolted on, we've run up the engine. Right now we're doing a 360-degree turn to check for traffic in the pattern. Really the only thing that's left to do is to go fly. So off we go. We pull out onto the runway, we add full power, away we go. Here comes that takeoff on runway 3, the tail's up. And we have liftoff. Woohoo! We're flying! Now, I actually had a passenger on this flight, and you won't see him in any of the cameras because obviously the cameras are pointed outside the cockpit, but I did have a passenger. He was a good passenger. He didn't get sick. He didn't freak out and freeze up on the controls. I didn't have to knock him out. But it was only his second or possibly third time in an airplane, and he absolutely loved it. Here you can see us in straight and level flight, headed out to our playground, a practice area that we use for aerobatic maneuvers, away from the airport, away from all other traffic, out in the middle of nowhere, essentially. So in the case of a broken airplane, the airplane would come crashing down onto the ground, and no one would get hurt. Smoke on! Smoke on! Smoke on! Woo! So by this time, I have gone through most of the maneuvers that I know how to do, and I wanted to try a double hammerhead, but the airplane behaves a little bit differently with an extra person in there, so I decided to save that for another time. Now all this time I'm asking my little passenger, who I believe is 13, 14 years old, "How are you feeling?" "Good, good," says my passenger. "How's your stomach?" "Wonderful." "Are you okay?" "Yep, yep." So I said, let's try something different. How about you fly the airplane? No, I don't know how to fly an airplane." "Yeah, just take the stick," and what do you know, my little 13, 14-year-old passenger grabbed the stick of the airplane and flew a beautiful aileron roll. Next I had him try a loop, and he got a little aggressive on the pull into the loop, but it all came out very, very good. So good job, dude. Not bad for a first aerobatic flight. Smoke on! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding along. Thanks for sticking with me as we worked our way through this video. It's been real. It's been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Coming up in the future, I'm going to be making a few more crop dusting videos, so hang tight for that. I got to get out of here. I got to go back to work. Tomorrow is going to be a long day. I have a duck counting flight coming up. Be looking for that in the near future. The video on duck counting. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching. So long!